Hello, my warriors. Welcome to What Do You Do When Your Man Changes? Okay. I am on I-4 and this traffic is a mess. I have a Dumbo that decided he didn't know if he wanted to be in the fast lane or the slow lane, so he get nervous here swerving, and I'm like, oh Lord, let me go and do a video to calm my nerves down, because I know how to pay attention to the road and drive. And a lot of times the reason why traffic's so bad, because people sit up here and they're looking at what's going on the left side or the right side of them when they should be looking in front of them. So let's talk about it. I know I've been gone for a minute. Had to, still thinking. But I just want to bring content to you all that y'all are going to enjoy. And, either get a laugh out of it or enjoy it. I still need to do my car seats. I think I'm going, when I get home, I'm going to try to work on that. Because I didn't do no driving today. I had an appointment. The doctor states that I am good when it come down to my leg. I don't have the blood clots in them or in it anymore, my right. So I guess my chest is doing fine too. But the dragging of my right leg might be neuro. So that's kind of scary. So he like, don't change doctors right now. Just go ahead and go to your doctor's appointment. So I'm going to go to them dummies. So I can get it going. But let's get back to the reason we is in session today. Now, a lot of things could be going on. Let me say the topic again. What do you do when your man changes into another person? That's when your man changes to another person. Now, it could be so many different reasons that a person can change. And what I mean by changing to another person, they're not that person who you fell in love with. And it just don't have to be a man. It can be a woman, whatever you want to call it. But when your boo thing, that's what I should have said, when your boo thing changed. A lot of time we don't know what to expect, but when we do our reading of articles and all of that, sometimes we realize, hey, something's about to happen and it's going to be rough. They can change for many reasons, but most of the time it's probably have to do with health. If we use my granny for example, when she became dementia or Alzheimer's, they call it. That's the nickname. I used to call her. What I used to call her? I can't think of the name right now. Senile has to do with Alzheimer's. So I'd be like, what are you doing, senile? And it was just a joke, because trust me, I love my granny dearly. But I have my window down. I'm getting this good fresh air. Okay. But we'll start with her. When she changed due to health. She went from being an adult of age, she made it till she was 90. So she had her 90th birthday. So I'm going to say from adult age of, 75, somewhere up in there, you start seeing changes in people. And her son, he was 50. But his could have had something to do with war. I don't know which war he did. I think it's the Vietnam. I could be wrong, but it's some type of war he was in. So there's many reasons a person can change. Let me pull my window up some. Okay, trying to see my window, look at the road same time. But it's so many reasons a person can change. But today we're going to talk about your loved one changes. A lot of times it's weird because I was listening to Mr. Pastor Pender, and he was in I think it's pronounced Colossians. He was in Colossians 3. I don't know what verse, so just think of chapter 3. That's all I could think of. And he talked about a lot of times people can be bitter inside for whatever. Because you hear people say misery loves company. And it's the truth. And I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of people who watch YouTube, the most famous people are the ones who are spilling their guts. And that is really truthful. They're telling you all their business, especially about their love life. Because I see people break up. Like, I'm just going to name a couple of them because I'm not really trying to hurt anybody's feelings, but I'm trying to make a point. So if you can say Neek and King, they end up breaking up. Strong Mommy Chrissy and her ex-husband, they end up breaking up. But what I can say about Strong Mommy Chrissy is it seems right now she got a good one. I don't see no flaws. I really don't. I think she got a good one. And maybe she needed to break up to get with the good one or the right one. There you go. Mr. Right. But I don't know about Corey and Carmen. I really don't know because I really wasn't following them. But it was a lot of them, you know. And you can say Jazzy Life or something like that, and I can't think of what her baby daddy name was. I think it started with a P though. I don't know, but she had the twins and the two girls. They end up breaking up. So what I look at is people break up for whatever reasons. I always look at what the person is going through and how could you help. When a person is going through a lot in their life and they're not being violent to you, I always say hang in there and see how it can work out. Because like I say, people become bitter because they're hurting so bad deep down inside. They don't know which way to turn. You know, they don't know how their life gonna go. And honestly, I am a living witness of that, because when I got C19, not understanding how, when all I did was preached about mass in 2020. That's all I did. Mass. That's all I was saying. All we talked about. But, you know, I was like, you know, really stressed out trying to figure out myself. But I didn't take it out on no one. You know, God whispered in my ear, call all these people that you care about and you tell them how much they mean to you. And trust me, like I said, I called 100 different people. I was tearing that cell phone up. If I couldn't find you, I'm going to find you on Facebook. I'm going to find you somewhere. You know, hey, I can't get in touch with such and such. Like I said, there's only one person that I know I wanted to speak to, and I couldn't. Unfortunately, she just passed away. So I was hurt about that. But, you know, she was up in age. So, should you stay with the person who is changed? Now, if this person is changing because they're interested in someone else and they're trying to be to the point where they're at that other person's, like, for example, the other person might, you know, like a person who dress, you know, very nice, always come out nice. Like when I was at the doctor's office, they complimented this older lady. I'm not sure how old she was, but she was between 50 and maybe 65. And she had her heels on, she had a nice pair of pants on, a pretty shirt, and had her hair done up nice, coming to the doctor's office. Who get dressed up to come to the doctor's office? But she said that's that's how she dressed. So some people dress, and I know a couple, and I think, was she from New York? I don't know. But I know two people I know that are older women, and they both was from New York. One of them was from, I think, maybe Canada, I'm not sure. Canada or London, one of the two. I'm thinking more of London. And both of them come out the house dressed nice all the time. You know, the one, she used to play the piano, the organ, when we used to go to Southeastern Conference camp. And I love her dearly, honey. She taught me how to sing in alto, because that's what she would play in alto when we go camp meeting. But going back, if the person changed, male or female, because they're trying to get somebody else's attention, like the male start, you know, putting on nice cologne, smelling good, and you know, you have to look at all of that. What's going on here? Look at the signs. Look at how they're acting towards you. You really have to look at a lot of that to know, you know, is this person changing for someone else or what? But when they change mentally because of health reasons, sometimes you have to just hang in there. My granny used to always say, treat people with kindness. Always. She would tell my son, Taurus, be nice. Be nice. So, I remember that. I told somebody that. I said, my grandma, if she was to see how you acted, she would have said such and such, be nice. But it just depends, like I say. Now, being in an abusive relationship, like all of a sudden now, that person you fell in love with want to beat up on you, then it's time to say deuces, okay? Because I'm not going to tell nobody to stay in a relationship where that person is beating the tar out of them. No, you don't do that. But, like I say, if they mentally change, and it can be health-wise, you know, in so many different atmospheres. I can't even get the word out. I'm going to say atmosphere, but that's not what I'm trying to say. It can be so many different, you know, I don't know the word I want to use. But, back to the traffic again. But a lot of times, you know, it's health-wise. So sometimes you just got to stick it out. But if they, you know, calling you names and, you know, really making you feel like you nothing, then that's when you have to make a decision on your own. Should I stay or should I leave? Because, like I say, I don't care what kind of abuse it is. Fighting, mouth abuse, you know, you don't need to go through that. It's so many relationships right now that are falling apart due to this C-19. So many relationships. When I look at how many breakups I have saw and heard of, I'm like, it is ridiculous. Like, you know, did C19 whisper in that person ear and say, hey? Because when you get C19, I know I'm going off of the topic a little bit, it's not a joke. You know what I'm saying? You'll cry for no reason at all. Because I guess deep down inside, especially when you're having it tough, you'll just cry because you don't know if you're going to make it. And then once you made it, but you still have some of the problems, you're hurting deep down inside. So, getting back on topic, if that person changed for the good, then it's all right. If that person changed to be with somebody else, hell no. Tell them deuces. If that person changed because they have a condition that is eating them up inside, making them just make the wrong decisions because of they don't know what to do. A lot of times they're scared that the end can come at any moment. They want to try to get right with God, but they don't really deep down inside know how to, you know, get right living in the domain that they're living in, or, you know, I can go on and on, okay? But just pay attention to what how that person, has changed. Is it for the better? Is it for the worse? Or is it because he or she ain't got no dang business trying to have cake and eat it too? Bam. Let's leave it on that note. So, I know this has kind of been an all over, so we're going to call this chit chat all over. How about that? Chit chat all over. That is what type of let's talk about it was today. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you are not a warrior yet, what are you waiting on? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Then hit the notification button to be notified of all videos. Along with share this video, let them know what your girl is doing. Thanks so much for watching. Let me get back to this stupid traffic. Later.